Welcome to Hockey Talkie. My name is Clay. Thanks for tuning in. A couple notes I want to talk about regarding the Blackhawks. First and foremost, the game against Washington, our last preseason game, 6-0 loss. Yeah, not really what we want to see there. Pretty ugly game, shoddy game, sloppy game. There's a lot of adjectives to describe that game. None of them are good. But I do want to say that although it was a 6-0 loss, bad-looking game, those types of games happen. They happen for pretty much every team in the regular season. So, you know, preseason is one thing, but even the regular season, we see stinkers like that for every team. It doesn't matter where they fall in the standings, how good they are, you know, whether they win the Stanley Cup. During the regular season, you're going to see stinkers from every team. We just ended up seeing one of those in the preseason from the Hawks. It's not what we want to see. You never like to see them, but they happen. It just happens. It's just one of those nights where the puck is just fighting you the entire night. Nothing is going right for you. So the best thing to do is just move on. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. I definitely would suggest doing that if I were you. But you can make your own decisions. Do whatever you want. But what I'm trying to say is also there's probably some other things that were on the team's mind going into that game. European trip. So probably not a whole lot of effort going into that game, or at least, you know, focus at least going into that game. So things on players' minds, not that it's an excuse, but it's the reality of the situation. So the Hawks are in Europe. They're going to be playing Berlin on Sunday, and then they'll be playing the Boston, or not the Boston Bruins, they'll be playing the Boston Bruins Saturday. There are basically the Rockford Ice Hogs are going to be playing the Boston Bruins in kind of a final preseason game. But our regular team will be playing Berlin on Sunday, and then the first game of the regular season is next Friday over in the Czech Republic, NHL Global Series against the Philadelphia Flyers. That should be fun, and I'm excited to announce that I will be doing a live stream video during that game. So if you're not able to watch that game because it's over in Europe, it's a 1 o'clock game, so it's during the day on a Friday. If you're not able to watch it, can't find a stream or whatever, just pop open YouTube, go to my channel, and come hang out with me. Come chat about the game, chat about life, doesn't matter to me. Just come hang out. We'll have a good time, promise you that. But I will also be doing a Hawks recap video after that game too, so even if you can't pop in for the live stream, I will have the normal recap video afterwards. Third thing I want to talk about, kind of last thing here, Adam Boqvist and, well, Kirby Dach too, two prime time prospects that we have. Boqvist getting sent down to Rockford, not really a surprise for me. His defense just isn't quite up to NHL level yet, and you don't really want him to be playing low-level minutes in the NHL trying to develop, so you'd rather have him playing in Rockford, getting top-line minutes, and developing and hopefully getting his defense up to a fairly competent level, similar to his offensive ability. I don't think his defense is ever going to be up to his offensive ability. He is just ridiculous offensively, but if you can get it up to a quality standard level, you know, NHL level, he's going to be a stud. But he needs some time to grow. Remember, Duncan Keith took a while to grow. All right, Jonathan Toews took a while to grow. I know we get very invested in these younger, faster players that this game is going to nowadays, and there's been a lot of young players that have made the jump straight to the NHL and done really well, but that's not everyone. And it's all right if players take a little bit of time to develop. It doesn't mean they're any less quality of players. Remember, these types of picks, you're not necessarily looking for just their first year in the league. You're looking for a guy that's going to be nearer the face of your franchise, you know, in 5 years. And that's really what you're looking for. Whether or not they make the NHL right away, it doesn't really matter as long as they hit that mark later down the road. Kirby Dach kind of got derailed a little bit with his concussion in the final game of the Prospects tournament against the Wild. He hasn't been training or practicing during training camp. He hasn't played in any preseason games, but he's gotten back on the ice. He's finally gotten and played in practice today. The sentiment is that he won't be, or most likely will not be, playing in the preseason game over in Europe, although he's on that Europe trip. and he most likely will not be playing in the regular season game against the Flyers over in Europe. However, because he hasn't played in any preseason games, I think the team, I think Stan Bowman and Coach Colleton and the Blackhawks organization, I think they still want to see him play. So unlike Boqvist, who played in some preseason games, I think Doc's actually going to get a couple regular season games with the Hawks just to kind of get, you know, some playing time and see what he's got. And if he does really well, who knows, maybe he sticks with the team. But I think the plan is, or at least the idea, the most likely scenario is that he plays a couple games, does maybe his 9 games, and then gets sent back down to Saskatoon in the WHL, which once again is completely fine. It was also announced today that Bowen Byram, another one of those kids that we were looking at maybe drafting instead of Doc, he got sent down to the WHL as well as the Vancouver Giants, where he was playing. So don't worry about Doc not making the NHL right away. Don't worry about Boqvist not making the NHL right away. It's fine. Let these kids develop. All right? Have some patience with them. They will be fine players. They will be good for us. Just got to have some patience. So those are the things I wanted to talk about. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. As always, but most importantly, stay safe, make good decisions, and I'll see you next time.